Good morning. Good morning, people. How is everyone doing today? Hold on. Oh my God. I think I should wear these. Oh, no. It's making my look go away. Hi, guys. Today, hi, lover. Today, I want to talk about something, and we are going back to basics. So, I hope everyone is okay. We're going back to basics. What does that mean? Is that I'm taking you through the lessons that we started from the beginning, right? So in the beginning, God created man. In the beginning. So I'm your fashion preacher. I'm your eco-friendly preacher. Okay. So in the beginning, there was sustainability. What does that mean? What's the definition of sustainability in itself? Sustainability is the use of resources to benefit your life, right? To benefit your life without depleting them or polluting them for future generations. So the future generations need to find the state of the resources that you found in the same state, and they should be able to live with those resources for the next generation and the next generation. Are we at par? Okay. So then let me tell you about fashion sustainability. So fashion sustainability refers to using those same resources to make clothes, but making sure that everything at every level of production up to the consumer, literally the life cycle of the garment that is being produced, that it's sustainable. What does that mean? That means that what the garment should be able to be carried down to at least 4 generations. yes, your great grandchildren should be able to wear whatever clothes you purchase right now. If they can't, then that's fast fashion and you're depleting and polluting the environment. Okay, we are together. So today, let me talk about I'm going to give you what makes a brand a fast fashion brand, so that you look out for those things and then you be like, I will not be like this. There's something I put in my threads. If you're not following me on threads, please follow me. Follow me on threads. And when you follow me, can you engage with my because I feel like I'm talking to myself over there. It's like, hello. Like, I be talking to myself most of the time. So follow me there. Anyways, let me tell you the fast fashion brands. Ignore that. So fast fashion brands and what they bring to the table. Mass production. So when you see a brand that has, this is how you tell mass production as a consumer. Mass production is when you go to the shop or you go to the website and they have the same garment in different colors or 10 other different styles. What I mean by that is, like, when you go to some websites or some brands, you find that a top, like, they're two-piece, yeah? A top and let's say a trouser or like pants, right? That's one set. And then the other set is maybe a skirt and a crop top. And then the third one will be maybe a full dress, right? But all of these have the same fabric, the same print and everything. But then again, within that, there are different colors. Red, yellow, green, blue, blah, 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 blah. In all those three styles that I've mentioned, they will have like 4 different colors. And in those 4 different colors, they're going to have different sizes. So by the time they make the orders, I studied in China. Those who know, I studied in China, part of my fashion, and I got to learn how this dynamic works and how the factories, you find that these big brands will have an order of 10,000 pieces in one color, one size. Trust me, yes. And what happens is that the factories will not allow small orders. If you come, like me, you want 100 orders, they will say no. In fact, they won't take them. So that is really fast fashion. And another thing that makes it fast fashion, like mass production, is the seasonal changing of styles, right? Winter, summer, spring, right? Some of these brands have collections for each, and some are even ultra fast fashion because they'll have a new style on their website every day, literally every day. There are some websites that are not fast fashion, they are ultra fashion, because if you order something today and you can get it the next day, that is definitely ultra fashion. Okay, so let's go to the next one. What makes a brand low cost labor? What will happen is that you'll find that most of the people in these most of the people working in these factories are underpaid, and every person who is involved in any of this stuff in every level is underpaid. That is not sustainable, because the definition of sustainability, it means everyone involved, they're able to live a decent lifestyle with whatever it is that they're doing, and meaning that it's a symbiosis between the earth and the person, right? You give the earth something, you give the earth creativity, you give the arts people something to aspire to, like clothes, good beautiful clothes, and then, you know, like it's a symbiosis. I don't know if you get what I mean. And that is why, in my opinion, clothing is very, very spiritual, because that would be another topic for another day. I think next live that I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about spirituality and clothing. So the third one is cheap materials. So cheap materials, again, that brings me to the spirituality. One thing, you guys, did you know that fabrics have frequencies? I mean, it makes sense, right? Because whatever it is that you're putting in your body in form of food, we have to be careful, and you are all careful. People have become vegan, people have become vegetarian, people have become pescatarian, because they know that what they put inside of them is who they are. What about what you put on yourself? And what you put on yourself, you can see, you can feel, and it is what represents you on the outside. So remember that whatever brand you wear is representing your values. So put your money where your values are. Don't support things. Actually, do your research. Anytime you want to spend, do your research and see what scandals this brand has been in, what all that stuff, right? And then, speaking of scandals, I don't know if you've heard about the Lululemon scandal, which made me feel like human beings, we are pick-me's, especially my fellow black people. Sometimes we are pick-me's. There's been so many situations where we have raised the question of racism, or lack of how do they call it in America? There's that thing they say when they put black people in a company, diversity. Yes, like we be fighting for diversity on tables that are not created by our own. We be fighting for equality in spaces that are not created by us. We be fighting to be accepted by brands whose target audience is not us. Bringing me back to Lululemon, the scandal where it's the CEO outrightly said his clothes are not made for black people and Asian people. And people are going out wild saying, oh my God, he's racist. He does not want to employ black people. Lululemon, please go and read about that scandal, right? But the guy is a billionaire, and you have supported him. I hear so many influencers that are black saying, Lululemon. Girl, I've never been to Lululemon. I've never owned anything Lululemon. I just like the name though. Lululemon. Lululemon. Anyways, why did I say black people are pick-me's? Sometimes is move on, support a black brand that is going to accept you, and don't argue over someone saying I don't like you. They don't like you. That is their opinion. Do you live with them? Do they what they think, does it make you shit? What they think about you, does it make you sleep or doesn't it? So stop being pick-me's. Like literally say, oh my god, he said he's it has clearly worked for him. He's a billionaire. So let's move on. Let's support those that are that understand that sustainability includes also humans. It includes humans as well. So if your target audience is not all humanity, is specific type of humans, then you're not sustainable. You are discriminatory. You are promoting racism. You're promoting all those things. I don't know if I'm I don't know if I'm allowed to say all those things. Anyways, so the other thing I want to talk about, the third point, I don't know if I can say all of them in this. So I was still talking about cheap materials. Oh my god. Cheap materials will include I have to do a different live for that. So yes, cheap materials will definitely include polyester, your acetones, your acrylics, all those mixtures that you think are super dope but are not. Again, bringing me back to the point of the frequencies. Fabrics do have frequencies, clothes do have frequencies, and if you know anything about energy does not disappear, or it cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed, meaning whatever energy that your cloth has, you're putting on your body, meaning you're embodying that energy. You're embodying that energy. So leather comes from animals, right? Is the brand transparent enough for you to know how the animal is being treated, how the leather is being obtained, and all of that? Secondly, mink fur is from rabbits. How are these rabbits treated? I don't know if you've seen a documentary. There's a documentary about how rabbits are mistreated in certain parts of China because of their fur. Then we're going to look at when people are talking about sustainability, they forget about the animal products like leather, wool, all that stuff. So imagine putting something on your body. Whoever made it was forced to torture that animal, and you're putting on your body, and you wonder why, like, just suddenly feel some negative energy, or suddenly something is not working out, or it's the clothes. Same as what you eat and what you listen to, what you put on your body, what you put in your body, what you put in your brain is important, and who you represent while you wear whatever you're wearing is important. So are you helping the earth, or are you aiding in its destruction? Yeah, that was nicely placed. So short product life cycle. Obviously, you buy a top that is 5 francs or $5, whatever. You're going to wear it a couple of times and it's going to die. Sorry, not die. It's going to be torn. It will get pimples. Yeah. Yes. Okay. You get that one. Short life cycle. And by the way, to measure the life cycle of a cloth, you have to measure the cost per wear. Cost per wear is the number of you get the price of the cloth, you divide it by the number of wears. Let's say you got a top that is $5 and you wore it 5 times. That is $1 every time you wear it. So every time you're putting on that top, you are wearing a top that is worth $1. What does that mean? That means that's its life cycle. Its life cycle is $1. If anything happens, I don't know if you get what I mean, like its life cycle is $1. So figure. Overconsumptionism So fast fashion will encourage overconsumption, which is what I was telling you. Like some companies, like they will have so many different styles, with the same fabric, but so many different styles, like overconsumption, meaning overly circulating the styles. Okay, so waste accumulation. There was a experiment that was carried out in Ghana, and they found out that what happened is that they tracked a few clothes, and they ended up in Ghana, and they realized that there are a bunch of brands that are very notorious for producing fast fashion, meaning those are the same brands that you find in the second-hand clothes that are sent to Africa. You understand that? Like that means that they have such a low life cycle that the people in the first countries are buying too many times, that they discard so easily, and they end up back home. Okay, so when they reach back home, they still don't have a life cycle. I can't tell you. Back home, we don't have broom, like, how to say, rugs, like rugs. I don't know how it is right now. Maybe people have become more, no, but still, we are sustainable culture. We do not buy rugs. We use old clothes to clean the house. So all of those tops that you think, oh, I'm donating to Africans, the poor Africans, those clothes are worn twice or once. By the way, some of them you can't even wear them literally. They are smelly. Some of them have blood. Some of them smell like armpit smell. That's not a donation. You can keep that to yourself, honestly. Anyways, so long story short, they have a short life cycle. And they're overly consumed. Yeah. And then there is lack of transparency. That is very clear. Like, obviously, if a brand is doing some shady shit, they're not going to let you know. They will not let you know how they source. They will not let you know the factories, the conditions they are in, where the workers are working. They will not. For example, there is one brand that is very notorious for that. When it was time for people to check it out and stuff, for like inspection and whatnot, something happened. But yes, we should be able to. You don't have to give people everything, because of course there's intellectual property and stuff, but the consumers should see that you are working with real people, you are benefiting the people you're working with, and the people are thriving and happy. I guess that is fair and makes sense. And then the packaging, you have to look at the packaging. Fast fashion brands copy. They're copycat designs. They steal other people's designs. I don't know how many, but I've seen so many designers on TikTok complaining, even on Instagram, that a certain brand, that it has taken their designs, stolen. Not even just designers. The thing started selling art, and I saw an artist who was complaining that they literally copy pasted their art and they were selling it as their own. So that's fast fashion. They're very notorious for copying, because they can't afford the time it takes to create, and the passion, and they don't give a shit about humanity anyway. So they put pressure on suppliers. Like I told you, sometimes, like, for example, the Chinese factories, sometimes they have an order of 50K that they have to fulfill in such a short while. And it's almost impossible, meaning that the workers are the ones going to suffer. Okay? So, yeah, there is that. And we've seen so many cases where people have reported that. Fast turnaround time, meaning, like, as soon as they invest, the profits are recouped. As soon as they invest, their profits are recouped, and they're getting triple and triple profits because they are not putting in so much. First of all, they are stealing designs. Second of all, they are using cheap labor. Third of all, they are using cheap materials and all of that. And using, okay, let's get to the next point. Yeah, I said that poor working conditions. So that is self-explanatory. You will see them, whatever. I think I'm tired. Oh my goodness. I didn't know talking is an exercise. Having a gift of gab. Do I? Let's see. Anyways, you guys, that's what I wanted to present to you. So the next time you want to spend your money, please know where you're putting it, okay? Put your money where your values are. Do research on where you're putting your money. Don't support brands that don't support your values. What else? And you are what you wear. You are what you eat. You are what you listen to. And you are what you wear. Okay? So have a nice day. Bye.